on Instagram, we're live on Periscope, and we are live on YouTube. There we go. So to everybody out there, hello, hola, konnichiwa, salam, ciao, namaste. Peace to all. This is the Pink Elf in the Room conversation, and yes, like I said, we're gonna do it early. But to everybody out there, what the discussion is going to be for today is about unconditional love. And first of all, let's just simply discuss what that is. First of all, let's discuss what people think it is, and we'll get to what it actually is next. What people think unconditional love is, in any sense, is believing you that unconditional love only exists with conditions. That is legitly how we are like. And you might think, what does that mean? Maybe. We are, and if you do not have specific things that benefit the other or opposite or same sex, you are not beneficial. If you do not have the cars, the clothes, the house, the money, and so on and so forth, you are not considered someone who could be loved. That's crazy, right? That we have that mindset to believe that if you have these materials, you can be loved by me all day long. But if you do not, you can't. And it's a crazy world of ideology of how we think of it. That's what we genuinely believe things are like. That if there are no conditions set in place, I cannot love you for who you are. And this is the ideology of the world and the status quo. We may not mention it in such a way, but our actions allow us to take that. We take on that ideology, whether we believe it or not. Some of us may believe, oh, unconditional love exists. Absolutely, I believe it does exist. But many of us do not act in that sense. And even when we are met with unconditional love, and I've done this with a few people and seen how they act, many of us will throw it away. We'll deny it. We'll deny that there's a such thing as unconditional love. We'll deny when we have a chance to have unconditional love. And we will throw it away instead of taking it for what it truly is. We would rather hate something unknown to us than trying or going, better yet, or being the one who understands what it is. I had a discussion with someone earlier about the unknown. We are creatures of habit, as we know, and the unknown to us terrifies us. And it's because it's new, it's fresh, it's something you don't know. And what you don't know breaks the system, the matrix you're already in the habits you've created, making it very scary for you because it is something new that you have never tried, never seen. And that's, of course, what we think unconditional love is in any sense. Now, let's get to the point of what really is unconditional love. Unconditional love has no conditions, first of all. It loves with kindness, meekly, and without any judgment. And of course, to each person, it might be different. But in general, unconditional love loves a person no matter how they are. Now, not everyone, of course, is meant to have unconditional love due to maybe some type of abuse or something. It might not be. If you're in those types of relationships, you get out of there. Even the ones I've talked about on this show about gaslighting, get out of those relationships. But for those who are looking for that love, first of all, you have to be willing to observe that. And second of all, before anything else, you have to love yourself first. Many of us don't even know how to love ourselves first, don't put love within who we are because of the world we're brought up in. and telling us don't cry, don't get mad, don't be afraid, don't love like that, etc., etc. And you have to love yourself first, understand who you are to even be able to bloom that unconditional love towards others. And that's what I had to do. That's what I was growing within myself. I chose to be love, unconditional love. I even for years when I was younger, I knew there was a such thing as it. As true love is what I would call it when I was younger, but unconditional love is everywhere. But the question is, are you going to be willing to change who you are in a sense, or better yet, let's take the word change out and put, are you willing to evolve yourself to grow what you naturally are within self? Ask yourself that question. And for the people on YouTube, comment down below. I want to know your thoughts about that. But here are some areas where you also deny love to. Love doesn't just extend towards people, it extends to all parts of life that have energy in it that we signify in a sense. This is, and what I'm discussing is the reason for many of us going through these in and out games where we can't seem to get to where we need to go. I don't understand why I can't get to where I need to go. And you will feel that way in a sense that you can't seem to get to where you desire to go or get whatever you desire to have. The first one being money. You see, I've stated this probably once, but I want to make this clear. Many people in this world will state money is the root of all evil. And you know the funny thing about that saying, you not only believe it's the root of all evil, you believe it so deeply you cut trees to the root. It's a clever design we created. We believe that to be very much true, and yet it's very much a part of our life. There's no reason to hate money and believe that due to people who get money, they are probably greedy people who have no care or concern for anyone. Money is based off the perception of how someone uses it. It isn't the money that's the problem, it is the person's ideology that is the problem. So we need to change our mindset of what money is. Because if you have the mindset of believing that you feel guilty for having a lot of money or gaining a lot of money, or you're getting to that point where you're getting a decent sum of money, and you have this ideology that you don't desire to be like those wealthy people, that's perfectly fine. But love money. Money is an energy, a currency. It's plants itself. It's a part of who you are. What you see in the moon, you see in the trees. What you see in the trees, you see in you. What you see in you is in the universe. It's all connected. Love money because of the fact that it can help grow you in this experience you are having on this planet. There's no reason to hate money, because what it does is it plays a game of tug of war within self, wondering, why don't I ever have enough money to do X, Y, and Z? Why? And then wondering when you do get money, in a sense that, oh, I shouldn't have all this money. I don't want to look like one of those crooked people and so on. No. Love money, love self, and grow yourself. Get to where you desire to go, even if it means having to gain currency. It's a part of who you are, and it's a part of the life you've created in this experience. Use the tool. That is merely what it is a tool. Use it and create something. It's like a double-edged sword. It can either help you or harm you. The choice is yours. Or better yet, money can be the master or the slave, in a sense, is what some people say. I don't think of any of those things, but you can create it into a tool if you choose to. That's the one I use. It can help you or harm you. The choice is merely yours. Sex. We believe sex is bad. We believe this, of course, due to religious beliefs. Some of us believe it due to the status quo. Now, let me paint a picture for you. We believe so deeply that it's okay to show violence to people, which, of course, as observed, creates more violence. But the most beautiful, loving thing in the world we are unwilling to show to people. Think about that and keep that very deep in your mind. Sex is a part of who you are naturally. Many of us believe it is separated from us, making us actually more of humans in a sense, that we are more civilized than the animals. However, that is a flawed statement. Hello, Theresa. Nice to see you. Understand that sex is a beautiful part of who you are. Sex is naturally a part of the physical body of what you created. If you did not have it, you would have found another way to produce easily over millions of years ago. But you've chosen this because this is the most pleasurable thing you can do at the highest sense with the body. Now remember, I said with the body. It's not everyone has a different pleasure, of course. This is the highest sense what you can do with the body. And because of that, many of us have difficulties, including myself back in the day, where we are uncomfortable with our body, where we don't feel loved. So we try new things. We wear certain things to try to get noticed by people and try to feel a certain way. But at the same time, many of us might feel that, no, I don't want to do that or this, or you might feel in a sense that it's bad to have sex because of perhaps sinful reasons, perhaps because of negative reasons, but yet it is the most beautiful thing that is made a part of you. Sex is beautiful, but we choose violence, knowing that violence creates more violence. What would you do in a sense if the world just mass produced sexual content for you to enjoy and watch instead of violent content? Think about that. Your whole mindset would change. You wouldn't act the way you act in any sense. You would be completely different in how you treat people, how you treat sex, how you treat others, and understanding and observing and understanding others around you. Now, the next one is color. And we're not talking crayons, but people of different nationalities. Many of us will hate someone due to their skin color and not realize, and it baffles me. This is what shows not only that you do not understand unconditional love, not only that you do not understand fairness, but you also do not understand that you are all one and the same. Not even if we're talking as a soul, but even just on this planet, you all bleed red. You all have the same anatomy. You are merely different colors. I have said this to people before. You are just like parrots. Many parrots come in different colors, different shapes and sizes, but they do not harm or hate each other the way we as humans do, due to color. We don't know people and we judge them based off of stereotypes, believing that that's how horrible a person is, not knowing who they truly are. Love everyone on the planet, period, including those, and I make this distinctly, those who are black, those who are women, those who are gay, because in this world, it's very observable that those are the most people who are mistreated for being who they are. You treat everyone with love and everyone will treat you with love. You treat people with fairness, people will treat you with fairness. And this is something as a whole society we, of course, truly need to work on because it is something we choose. We choose to grow and evolve this planet. And in order to do that, you have to understand unconditional love. In order to understand unconditional love, you can't be doing the same things you are doing in today's society. And last, class. And we're not talking school. But that is one we will talk about sometime soon. Class in saying, speaking of money, your status in a sense. If you are not of this status, we do this from the lowliest person to the highest person. And it doesn't matter how it goes. We will literally, we will literally treat people a certain way based off of how they are. If they are homeless, we think of them less. And of course, just like color, if you have a certain amount of money, we will think of you as less. If you do have a lot of money, we'll think of you as less. If you're middle class and if you're a little tipping this way or a little tipping that way, we'll think of you as less. And of course, some will think of you as more one way or another on the other side, which is true. The reason why I'm sticking to less, in a sense, is many of us, again, will look at certain higher class people as bad people due to the fact of how the economy, how the world is as it is, and how we treat each other, and feel that this is a problem due to those people who are wealthy. And to the people who are lower class, homeless, for example, we will treat them as dirt because they do not have those things and that we feel they are not smart enough, but yet we do not treat people as human beings, as humanity, as who we are, as one. We don't. And that is something that has to be worked on as well to understand unconditional love. Loving self and understanding and observing other people for who they are. Knowing you can perfect that within yourself and knowing that that is what others are doing within themselves. Or maybe they're not. It all depends on the person and the choice. And why grow your love? The reason you desire to grow your love is because in the evolution of our entire society, it is a part of evolving, and it is a part of what we truly desire. If you desire to stop the massive violence and killings, if you desire to have people who are more fair, if you desire people to care more for other people, no matter your race, gender, nationality, no, your sex, then you need to understand unconditional love and how important it truly is as being a part of who you truly are. You are love. So, in conclusion, what love is not, in a sense, or what we believe love is unconditional love with conditions. That conditions make what love could be for a person, but what it truly is loving people for who they are. No judgment, but meekly and kindly and gently loving people for who they are as they too are going on their journey. That there are many blockages that stop us from love, not just relationship wise, but in money, sex, color, class. And these are only a few examples I've mentioned. There's much more, of course. And then last, the reason growing love is because it is a part of your evolution and growth in who you are and what you are choosing to be on this planet as a collective. You are love. Remember how beautiful, how amazing, how magnificent, how divine you are as the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. And to everybody out there, remember that to know thyself is to know the creator within. Now, have a good morning, a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening to everybody. Peace and namaste.